Yeah, it's the Quis, and I'm back. What's good, y'all? How's your life doing? Is it good? I know mine's pretty great. I can't complain. Recently just saw The Dark Knight Rising. That movie was amazing. I loved everything about it. I mean, there's a couple corny parts. For those who saw it, spoiler, or those who didn't see it, spoiler alert. The young guy, what's his name? Josh Levinson Gould. I just made that up, but that sounds like that's what his name is. I know there's a Levinstein. It's something I was gonna say Jewy, but that seems a little racist. But the young man that played Officer Drake, he clearly was Robin. So at the end of the movie, when they were like, "Why don't you use your real name, Robin?" I was like, "Come on!" So that definitely was a little corny, a little cheesy. I didn't like the way Bane died with the back cannon shot by Catwoman, who, surprise, surprise, came back at the end. For a villain, she definitely has a lot of compassion. I hate when people compare her, the character, to Halle Berry's version, which was terrible. But then I also hate when racist white people will be like, I hated that Catwoman, not because it was a terrible portrayal of that character, but because she was black. Like, let it go. Anybody that has a problem with Obama is probably racist. Anybody that has a problem with the black Catwoman, probably racist. For all my white fans, stop being racist. All right, just let it go. Let it go. Just that's all I'm saying. Black people, white people, Asian people, all that. At the end of the day, they're just people. All right. Like when people don't like me, it's not because they're racist. It's because I'm awesome, and it bothers you when someone else is awesome, which I believe on some level is the heart of racism. Because there are a lot of white people out there that aren't racist because they don't feel affected by the success or the inherent beauty of blackness. But at the same time, there are black people who hate other black people or hate on other black people, and it's the same idea. For example, the young girl that just won the gold medals, why are people tripping about her hair? So what if her hair looks busted? And it does look busted. The bottom line is she's an Olympic gold medalist. She's a young black girl who, as far as I know, was raised by white parents. You know white people don't know how to do black kids' hair. The thing, though, that really bothers me about her, that I do have to criticize, is that after she won her first gold medal, she tried to Dougie, and her Dougie was ugly. And it's like, we're proud of you for being black, but don't overdo it and show how not black you are, because that's embarrassing. If you can't dance, don't try. Especially not on the national stage. I didn't even click on the video to watch her. I could just tell by the way her shoulders were positioned that she, how could someone who is the best in the world for being grateful not be able to do a black dance? That's hilarious. But shout out to you and all the Olympians. For doing y'all thing because I know my lazy ass ain't about to do nobody's backflips or floor routines. But y'all need to stop fucking. They said what 15,000 condoms over there because y'all fucking in the streets. Get it together. Be Olympians. In my day, Dominique Dawes, all those people out there, they weren't having sex, or at least you didn't know about it. They wasn't out there fucking like dogs in the streets. They was getting their Olympian on. So stop being perverts and freaks. Oh, you're under pressure and you're great looking people. No, listen. Just you only doing the Olympics for like what? A month and a half a month, some I don't know. Bottom line is you can wait, all right? Just stop. Just stop being nasty. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, just finished season 2 of Game of Thrones. Listen, watch Game of Thrones. That show is amazing. HBO has created one of the best shows. It's an adaptation of a book series, but the movies or the shows are so good. Now I know anybody who's watching this has a friend or a loved one who loves the show and they rave about it and they're just like, I'm alright. I don't like that, I don't like knights and kings and swords and dragons. Shut up. Watch it. It's amazing. It's like if you took sex, payday, ice cream, and I don't know, angel tears and mix it together in a soup and drink it from the teat of a Greek god. It's so good. I mean, it's one of hands down the best shows. I mean, I was in love with Sopranos, Oz, The Wire. I still love Blood, Nurse Jackie, Weeds. Y'all know I love good TV. Workaholics is hands down one of my favorite shows. It's hilarious. But Game of Thrones, what they did with that concept is it's a soap opera. It's about betrayal. It's about the intrigue of the medieval court. But it's also just so well done. So make sure you go watch Game of Thrones. Season 3 don't start till next year in March. So I need y'all all to start watching it to make sure that when it comes back, it's picked up for multiple seasons. I mean, Tyrion Lannister, Khaleesi, Arya Stark, my man Jon Stark, who I have a boy crush on. I do. I'm sorry. That dude is so amazing. He got the 5 o'clock show. Listen, the dude is awesome. All right. So that's what it is. Game of Thrones. Go watch it. And when you do watch it, you come back and you thank me for putting you on to it. I just started watching Breaking Bad. That show, pretty good. I'm in the 5th episode of the first season. I'll probably give it a couple more chances, but I like it. I like it so far. Breaking Bad is definitely, and Weeds should hold me over, as well as True Blood. Still, I don't know, something else good comes on to fill the void of Game of Thrones. It's in that same caliber of shows like Lost and Heroes, but I'd say even surpasses that. What else? Oh, real quick, shout out to my man Ricky Criest. That's Criest, Criest. We go back to grammar school together, but now he's wrestling with the NWA. You'll check on my YouTube page, my Facebook page. I posted a few of his videos. Look him up yourself. It's so cool to see somebody you grew up with, seeing him out there, climbing that ladder to success. He recently had a match involving Shane Douglas from ECW, and I mean, it's just so cool to see him going through all the motions of being an actual professional wrestler, drawing heat from the crowd, doing all of the, the stuff that you see people doing on WWE, TNA every week. Seeing somebody that you knew as a kid doing that is amazing. We used to wrestle back in college, and in the living room, backyard wrestling, and I made him tap once. So Marcellus, I got you on that one. And one time he was wrestling out on the street on Whipple Street in Buffalo, and he slammed me on this windshield. And when he slammed me on the windshield, it shattered. And the old man who car was came out with a frying pan and a gun, and we all just scattered. It was like a battle between two streets. We was all like 15, 16, and that was hilarious. So shouts out to my man Ricky Criest. Support him. Follow him on Twitter, all that. I got to get love where, credit is due, and he out there doing his thing, living his dream. And it's inspiring to me as a writer to see people follow their dream and realize that the only difference between achieving your dream and not is the effort you put into it. A lot of us have dreams, we want more, but we don't do anything about it. That man is out there doing his thing, driving to Rochester, driving to wherever he needs to go to live his dream, and that inspires me. I mean, we even talked one time I saw him last year about me wrestling, but the commitment with a family and work and writing and all that stuff I got going on, I can't give my life to it, but I would love to jump in the ring, and just do what them boys do and just get out there and just feel that adulation from the crowd. So I don't know, one day Rick Christ, you might see the kid out there. I might have to run in and, slam you real quick, or you're a big dude. I might not can slam you, but put you in a chokehold or something. Drop kick your ass across the ring. I don't know. We'll figure something out. So, you know what I'm saying? Let them know that the Quis might be coming. My story, Children of the Illuminati. For those, again, who've been watching the show, this is your first time. For the last 20 years, I have been working on a sci-fi fantasy epic. Most of it is in my head, but basically ideas like love, hate, light, contact, speed, these ideas, these concepts will themselves into existence at the beginning of the time, and their avatars, they're the living embodiment of these powerful beings that have lived in the shadows, manipulating society, and they had children with humans, and so their children, hence children of the Illuminati, are these superpower hybrids, many who don't know why they have powers or who their real parents are. And I chose the name Illuminati because I said in previous videos, at 10 years old, I had heard of the Illuminati, and I thought I was Illuminati, I mixed up, but I kept the title because it still, at least for me, conveys the essence of a secret society, people manipulating from the background, and it's really going to be epic, but it's so hard to write. I mean, I can talk about a story at length, how one character, Kyra, is the embodiment of love, and she was raped by another character named Black Dragon, aka Dragon Black, who's in his human form is a very powerful businessman, but he turns into this huge demon, and he's as a living embodiment of hate. Can burn your skin off and transform, and with hands the size of a car, can shoot an energy blast of corrosive energy. So he rapes Kyra, and they have a child who's half love, half hate. Basically, a demon rapes an angel and creates a hybrid of good and evil. And this child, Animus, is raised in a French monastery, and he actually is gay, but not in a flamboyant, hey girl kind of way. More that his soulmate just happens to be his roommate, who's a man, and he has all this repressed sexuality here, but it manifests when he transforms into this wolf-like creature with huge black angel wings. And it's just, I mean, these characters that I've created, they're so nuanced and diverse. There's a character loosely based on my life named Shaway, who grew up in the hood and has a young daughter, and it's just so much. I mean, I have characters from all over the world, well over 200 characters I've created. So my dream is to see these characters crafted into a series of novels that will be turned into movies, cartoons, video games, comic books. But again, it's just hard to like find the time to just sit down and talk about my story. And when you write it, it just feels so remedial, trying to figure out the right words. You feel retarded, like. And then the man said to the, and it's hard. But I just got done watching Good Will Hunting, and I mean, obviously I saw it before, but like I really watched it as an adult, as somebody who can appreciate the story that Matt Damon and Ben Affleck crafted about living up to your potential. You know, so many people out there can tell you how great you are, and hopefully anybody's watching this has been told by somebody that they're great. But so few of us reach for that next rung on the ladder that climbs up out of the shit that we're in and inspires to greatness. It's so much easier to sit around drinking and smoking like Matt Damon's character did. You know, it's so easy to just not try, because then you don't have to fail, you don't have to put in the effort, and you can blame other people for your condition. But when you get out there and when you do try, when you do get up after you're knocked down, like my man Ricky Criest, or like Matt Damon's character, or like so many of us, like the young lady who I don't even really know her name, because I'm not following it, so I like that. But the black who just won the gold medal, you know, despite what the haters say, despite what, you know, people that try to keep you back, whether it's racist white people, whoever, sometimes your family, the person you love with, that you sleep with every night. You know, there's always going to be people that's going to pull you back. But if you're the one that's pulling you back, that's the greatest tragedy. You know, when you, at the end of your days, look back on your success and failures, how much did you contribute to your success? I know that it is a hell of an effort to apply myself. And I wouldn't be sitting in this pretty messed up apartment. I mean, granted, I love, you know, where I am right now in life to an extent. I should be back in Hollywood living in a great apartment. I should be living in a really nice house, but I'm not. And the reason why I'm not is because I passed up so many opportunities to chill, to have fun, to drink, to smoke. I allow myself to fall back in the bare minimum of what I was capable of. So at 31 years old, I'm not where I want to be or even close. But you better believe that as soon as I'm done recording this video, I'm going to get to write my book. I'm going to set up my goals, my dreams. And the reason why I'm saying all this is because if you're one of the 12 people that watch these videos, you need to be inspired to get up off your ass and make some shit happen. Real talk. You cannot be great if you don't make an effort to it, because greatness does not come to us. We have to aspire to it. What? Like, seriously. That's, I mean, like, I got inspired that right now. I'm inspiring myself. So, because I've been inspired by people like Ricky, DJ Lennox, he keeps turning off the TV every time he falls onto the board. This is like the third video I have recorded, so I'm gonna keep talking, assuming that the video is still recording and that he just unplugged the TV. But that's my time. I've rambled on enough, and I'll be back to ramble some more. And for those of you that support the effort, keep watching. I'm gonna keep being Qouch. I love you. Peace.